Good evening, folks. This is David Nelson. I'm here in Denver, Colorado. I welcome you to the Network Marketing Success University presentation for this evening. We're delighted to have you with us. I hope that you've pulled down the list of 54 topics that you can check off and write down the date that you listened so that you're able to earn that diploma. We've got several graduates on the heritageforlife.com website. You can take a look at the graduates that we have. It's an honor. And, you know, the recognition is terrific, and I also think that even more importantly than that recognition is the information that we're sharing with people to help them be more skillful at living their dreams in life. And, of course, the vehicle by which they're able to do that, there's actually two of them, and one is network marketing, because this is Network Marketing Success University, and so network marketing is the vehicle. Often has been called the last bastion of free enterprise. I like that concept. I like the idea of being an entrepreneur. The other vehicle is 4Life Research, a network marketing company that accommodates part-time networkers in becoming dream achievers. And believe me, it takes a special company in order to accommodate and enable the part-time person to move from that level of part-time activity to where they can see the dream, they can finance the dream, they can actually go out and achieve that dream. We're going to be talking about presentations tonight as it relates to network marketing. Just give you a heads up that on the 14th of September, that's next week, we're going to be talking about compensation plans, understanding the matrix, the binary, and the hybrid. So that's a much more technical topic. I think there's tremendous value. We obviously have some 6 different seminars scheduled talking about compensation plans, and there's tremendous value in understanding the various compensation plans that we come across. I received an email just last night from Mike Thompson who said, hey, David, take a look at this new company. It happened to be a 3x12 matrix. And so because Mike understands that and I understand a matrix, we're able to evaluate that and very quickly come to the understanding of what this hypey 3x12 matrix is really trying to promote and do to people, because we have that basic understanding of the matrix. They called it a forced matrix, and so that implies spillover. We'll get into that next week, but I just want you to understand that the technical aspect of trying to understand these different compensation plans is powerful to give you the expertise about the network marketing business and the industry that you need to be an expert and to have your expertise work for you in terms of obtaining the residual income that you desire. I'll just give you one more heads up about the 21st. We'll be talking about team building on a local basis. Now, once again, there's a powerful principle that you can implement as you're building your business right now, this month, September, October, November, 3 outrageous months of activity for you to apply what we're going to talk about tonight, presentations, as well as the team building on a local basis. Be aware, once again, that we're back on for Saturday morning at 11 o'clock a.m. Eastern Time. That's our fun training and prospect call, Let's Build a Business with the Heritage Group. And so that's going to be at 11 o'clock Eastern Time. Come there, bring your questions, bring your prospects, and let's help you really build the business of network marketing. I guess in terms of our topic tonight, presentations, making presentations in network marketing. You know, really, presentations are a part of life. We make a lot of them. At one point in time, I taught my wife about the presentation techniques that were taught to me by Procter & Gamble. I'll make reference to that later. And it changed how she started to visit with me and how she was presenting the honey-do list that she wanted to have done on a regular basis. And so presentations are powerful, and they are used in many aspects of life, not just in network marketing. By coincidence, I subscribe to an internet magazine called the Network Marketing Magazine. Their September issue has the subject of what makes a presentation powerful. And in this issue, they had 5 or 6 different articles One of them was written by Paula Pritchard. I thought it was interesting. I took a look at these articles specifically because I was asked to write an article on presentations, which I did, and I submitted it, and my article is in here. And you know, you have a curiosity about what is being written and how does the information that I'm presenting there stack up. And Paula Pritchard, who used to be a big-time networker, now she's more into the teaching and training business, she talked about the perfect presentation. 744 words, and the basic idea that she presented was let it go, let it flow, and increase the shows. So the basic thing that I bring from that in terms of value is that you really need to increase the number of presentations that you're making. That's the best thing that you can pull from that article. Dale Calvert, who is a trainer in the industry, no longer involved in any building activities as far as I know right now, he wrote an article talking about people who give effective presentations communicate at level 5. So that's kind of an interesting concept, and he wasn't teaching so much about the effective presentation, but at what this level was and describing how most people are not at that level 5. And so I think it was a little bit, for me anyway, short on some basic information that could really be used. Jim Rohn, who you know is a great educator, a great self-development guy, he talked about preparing for your presentations. And as you would expect coming from Rohn, it's more of a general teaching and training and principles about presentations in general. Such things as persistence and interest and fascination and sensitivity and peacemaking and those components that make for a powerful presentation. Chris Widener talked about top 10 rules for effective presentations, and basically the focus was on overcoming stage fright, and these were really 10 practical tips for really public speaking more than for making presentations in network marketing. Dennis Waitley, who you also recognize as a self-development guru out there, who has written tons of material, and he teaches people, and his basic premise was overcoming the fear of rejection. And when you take risks, then you're able to overcome, and that's how you're truly free. And then I guess there was this character, David Nelson, who wrote an article on presentations that was called Persuasive Presentations for Network Marketing. You know, I guess maybe I don't get it, you know. Here we got a network marketing magazine, and they wanted to write about presentations, and gee, I guess that I'm so narrow-minded that I actually focused on the topic of making these presentations be for the business of network marketing. I also stand out from all these other people here. I'm just making observations, folks. I'm not patting myself on the back for anything here. I stand out from all those presentations, articles, and the authors who wrote them by virtue of the fact that I'm an active distributor building a network marketing organization and earning ongoing residual overrides. I've always found that to be of interest, unique, and I like that concept. I think that it's great for us to be taught by those that are actively involved in building residual incomes. And just because Ms. Pritchard at one time was in NSA and Quorum, and she had a run for a 3 or 5 year period until Quorum goes out of business, that was quite some time ago. And now she's making her living by teaching people about the business of network marketing. I guess I haven't found a way to go do that. I do this training, and most of the training that I do is for the organization with which I'm building. The comments and the article was written basically from the Network Marketing Success University presentation that I have prepared to give to you folks. Here's something that's pretty gratifying, and I guess I'm trying to get your attention here that, you know, these principles, these 10 principles and the concepts that I'm talking about with regards to presentations are valuable and can change your success in network marketing and certainly can help you catapult to your dreams if you'll grab a hold of them and take a look at them and actually apply them to your presentations that you're making right now for 4Life and for transfer factor products and for the other general health products that we have. I actually got an email. Somebody read my article, huh? Mary Smith writes, I read your article, Persuasive Presentations for Network Marketing, and I want you to know it helped me a lot. Now listen to this. I'm not a phone person. I would prefer to talk to people face-to-face, even strangers. I get totally nervous on the phone. You know, I find that fascinating, really, because I believe that we really can be more calm on the telephone. You can have cheat sheets, you can have notes, you can have information you're taking a look at. You don't have to worry about eye contact. You can be much more powerful over the telephone, and the telephone is really an effective and efficient way to do the business. I like to talk to people face-to-face, but I also learned that the telephone can be almost just as powerful, and if you take into consideration the efficiency of the telephone, it can be even more powerful than face-to-face because of the broad geographical area that you can cover and how much more quickly you can do it, and you're not having to drive an hour to make a presentation, and then maybe that person doesn't show up. You can find that out by just dialing. She says that she's willing to overcome the fear of talking on the telephone. Now, one of the suggestions that I've made, and I know that all you folks have a headset, but I ask her, do you have a headset? It'll help in so many ways. When we have not used something and it's strange to us, sometimes we have a fear for it. And, you know, I was reluctant years and years ago to grab that headset, and finally I was convinced to go get myself a headset. What a great boon. It's not just that it frees up your hands when you're talking on the telephone. It's not just that you don't get the kink in your neck anymore, but when you're using a headset, it allows you to talk much more freely because in many cases I just am not really aware that I'm on the telephone. You're just visiting with somebody. And so your presentation becomes much more fluid. If you don't have a headset, folks, you need to get one, and you need to get one yesterday. She also says, your article made sense about giving me insights how to overcome my fear of talking on the phone. So she's applying it specifically to her presentations on the phone. Phone calling is not easy because I cannot see their expressions. And I counsel her to listen more carefully. You can hear body language over the telephone. You can hear energy. You can pick up on the inflections and the variations in the tone of the voice, the excitement, if there's no excitement there. She said, and you cannot always tell by the sound of their voices or what they are saying. No insight to their true feelings. I responded by saying, you know, Mary, may I respectfully disagree? I hope so. Because I think that you can get to their true feelings. You can really understand people. I've made so many lasting friendships over the telephone and created relationships that are long-term, big-time relationships over the telephone. It's your attitude. It's how you want to go about doing this business, and the efficiency of it is just terrific. She says she's going to practice, and she said, thanks for teaching me and giving me the courage to master my presentations. And so I thought that was gratifying, and also a reflection that, wow, these principles are really quite powerful. I want to start by talking about persuasion. Persuasion in your presentations. I looked up the concept of persuade. I think some people probably try to put a negative connotation to the concept of persuade or persuasion. They are reluctant to persuade. They just want to share and just tell people about things. But if you want to have effective presentations in network marketing, you better grab hold of this concept of persuasion and persuade. It means to successfully urge somebody to perform a particular action, especially by reasoning, pleading, or encouraging, and I say even teaching them. Well, yeah, we want to successfully urge somebody to perform the particular action of becoming a business partner with us, signing up, becoming a leader for life, in For Life, and then rocking and rolling with us to go and distribute product. We're paid on the volume that we move so that they can live their dreams. There's no negative connotation in that to me, that I help somebody do an activity that will help them live their dreams. Number two, in the definition, to make somebody believe something, especially by giving good reasons for doing so. You know, we're not out there as hype artists. I think that's critical for us to understand that. We clearly need to work on the image of network marketing, and by our actions of being effective at persuading people, especially by giving good reasons for believing in the business of network marketing, it makes a huge difference. Listen to these synonyms: persuade, influence or convince, plead, sway, advise, urge, encourage, promote, push, market, sell. You know, there's nothing at all wrong with the concept of persuasion. I guess I sort of took a look at this word plead, and I thought, I wonder if I should really say that. But you know, I want you to understand that I've had network marketing presentations when I have actually pleaded with somebody to get on the product, for Pete's sakes. The Transfer Factor product will help you in so many ways. It will change your health and vitality. Would you please do this? And that's persuading. Of course it's pleading. And in some cases, I've had to do that in order to get the particular action to be taken that needed to be taken. I also think that there's nothing wrong in certain circumstances when we are talking to family members and we are doing our business, we're making presentations, and we plead with them. Okay, we say, hey, come on now, help me out here. Do business with me. Buy your nutritional products from me and not from the corner store anymore. Come on now, buy them from me. You're buying them anyway. These are outstanding products. Folks, that's selling. It's encouraging. It's pleading. It's swaying them. And you need to use those persuasions appropriately if you want to maximize your bonus overrides and you want to go and get your dreams. Those that do not have the courage to implement this concept of persuasion into their presentations, you're not getting it. You're not understanding what you can really accomplish for yourself in network marketing and what you can help other people accomplish, because they need to see this, and it happens through your persuasion. When I started to think about the topic of making presentations, I was looking at my bookshelf, because I always like to look through that, and I've read a lot of these books, and I can remember often, well, okay, there was a good chapter on presentations in that book or whatever, and my eye was actually drawn to a book of Norman Vincent Peale's. It's actually got 3 of his books in one big book. You know, The Power of Positive Thinking, The Positive Principle Today, and a 3rd book, Enthusiasm Makes the Difference. And because I was thinking about this concept of persuasion, I immediately grabbed the book and went to the 3rd book, Enthusiasm Makes the Difference. Wow, what a treat. I found some extremely valuable principles as it relates to making presentations, and I found these in a chapter that was entitled Enthusiastic Persuasion. Wow, that's about making network marketing presentations. Peale says, quote, "There is a magic formula for success. Find a need and fill it." End of quote. Well, we can certainly, because of our For Life network marketing opportunity, because of the Transfer Factor products and the other products that are available from For Life, we certainly can find the needs that others have in different areas. You know, there are several needs regarding current financial circumstances, current financial needs. There are retirement needs. These relate to monetary needs. There are health needs and energy needs and vitality needs, the need to get out of pain, the needs to combat a cancer circumstance, or the need to have a powerful immune system so that you're not having to miss work over and over again. These are needs that people have. They relate both to the product, they relate to the opportunity. You have to be balanced. You have to be prepared to be able to present with regards to your product as well as the opportunity, and persuasively let folks know that you can fill those needs. We have to find the needs, persuade them that we can fill those needs. Now, obviously, that takes relationship building. Peale says success and effective presentations, I might add. Success is not based on smug cleverness, sharp practice, or shady promotion, or super high pressure. You know, we can talk all night about the smug cleverness and the sharp practice that goes on in the industry of network marketing, and that's why we need to stand apart and be different at that, and that's why we have to understand that our positive persuasion is not trying to be shady and not trying to be a discredit to the business of network marketing by front-loading people or cranking up their dreams for a one-time sell, letting them think that we're going to be here for ongoing training and help, because we don't do the business that way. Thiel says that loud talking, simulated enthusiasm that is usually coupled with high pressure is another false procedure that doesn't have what it takes to persuade and communicate and produce long-lasting results. So just by talking loud, and hey, I get excited, and I talk loud, but as long as you have the real facts, the true stories, and not false procedure, then your excitement level, your enthusiasm will serve you well in your art of persuasion. Your enthusiasm must be based on a sincere belief that your goods and services, those are your products, those are the 4Life products, the goods, and your services, those are the support systems of the Heritage Group. They are your personal sponsoring and support services, that they're needed. And believe me, people in network marketing, the industry of network marketing, those that are looking to make money in network marketing and to really live their dreams, they need what 4Life is offering in product line, in compensation, and what the Heritage Group offers in terms of support. They need that so that they can really be successful. We have the goods, so we have the product. We have great high-quality liquid nutrition for health and wellness. Don't you just love the Rio Vita product, the antioxidant power that brings, along with, it separates itself from all those other antioxidant products that want to talk about the antioxidant protection. They can't even come close. They can't talk about the immune protection that comes to them by the exclusive transfer factor that's in the Rio Vita product. We have the service, the support. We can teach people how to live their dreams because of the vehicle that 4Life provides, and coupled with that, the Heritage Group certainly provides you the opportunity to give institutional support to people and teach them how it works. If you overpress or pressure in your presentations, you can create resistance. But sincere enthusiasm attracts confidence. If you are not excited, if you are not enthusiastic and sincerely so, the people can feel that. But if you're not enthusiastic about what you're presenting, forget about doing the business of network marketing, because you don't have the energy, the magnetic energy to attract people to you to come and do the business. When you appropriately cultivate that enthusiasm, the confidence that you start to have turns into a trust level. Sincere enthusiasm comes from personal conviction. Did you hear that? Personal conviction. So do you fully understand the Heritage Group motto and how that relates to personal conviction? Take the products, talk to people, show the plan. You must develop your own conviction from personal use of the products. You have to develop your own conviction from a clear understanding of cash flow calculations. Now, of course, when you're earning that residual bonus override, then the conviction is there from actual experience. Folks, you can learn how to persuade people about the power of the 4Life compensation plan by using the best thing, the most important thing that people can learn about in the business of network marketing if they want to make money. That's the 20 Club concept, because it is good, solid, basic business cash flow analysis. And with conviction, you can demonstrate the power when you have something you really believe in, then you can put the amazing power of conviction behind your efforts. Then it is that enthusiasm
Make me a sausage.
that it's activated. It develops and it starts working for you. When enthusiasm, real burning enthusiasm for something, for a product or a service, gets involved, then persuasion becomes a factor. Enthusiasm that persuades is perhaps the most powerful communicator on earth. It puts you in a position to reach people, to make them aware of their need, and it also conveys to them, of course, that you can supply the answer to their needs. Then you become a vital, necessary factor in their lives. That's what has to happen in network marketing. If you want to be a dream achiever and help other people get their dreams, you have got to become a vital, necessary factor in their lives. What that means is you connect, you contact, you start to visit, and you do it on an ongoing basis, several times a week. That's a real connection. That's a real relationship. That's how you create the enthusiasm and the teamwork that's necessary for you to drive a network marketing business to the residual income levels that can facilitate your life and your lifestyle. Your product, we're talking about the 4Life product, is high-quality product for health and wellness. I love the Rio Vita product. I know that I've got powerful antioxidant protection along with the Transfer Factor protection. I love Transfer Factor Plus Advanced Formula. It's made a huge difference in my life, in the life of my family members, and in the lives of many of my warm market associates that are preferred customers of mine that utilize the product on an ongoing basis. You have a service to provide people. You teach them how to make money. You teach them to live in the present and yet to focus on a dream. So many people have given up on the idea of the great American dream or having a dream or being able to get a dream, and I understand that. If you are aware of what's happening in the economy, what's happening in America, corporate America, in business, you can understand why people have opted out of being able to dream. The network marketing vehicle, the 4Life vehicle, is how people are able to live these dreams. You need to persuade those people because many have become turned off, and probably rightfully so, by many network marketing experiences. You need to persuade them that the product line is exclusive and totally different. You need to persuade them that the compensation plan is different, that the overall experience is different, and that comes about through your presentations. I really love the residual bonus money that's put into my bank account every month. I love the Fast Start Rapid Rewards bonus money that's put into the bank account every month. I love the 25% bonus that I receive on preferred customer volume. Even with those special customers being able to purchase at the wholesale price. I think that's outrageous. And the product is shipped directly to them. I don't have to touch that, and I still earn that 25% bonus. All right, shift gears now. This is basic stuff. You know this stuff. I want you to recall the Heritage Group slogan. You can probably recite it. If you are into this, then you know what the slogan is. I have an ironclad commitment to personally sponsor one business partner every month. I want to tell you a secret. That's how you achieve your dreams. As you develop effective presentations and give them with enthusiastic persuasion, you can and will sponsor, get this, at least one business partner every month. At least one. Don't just stop with one. At least one. And as you start to get the feeling of doing that, and as you go out and, you know, some folks have yet to sponsor their first one, and I can tell you, when you sponsor that first person, you get a charge, the adrenaline flows, you get excited about that. When you get into a program and you sponsor the first person in that program, you get a charge out of that. If you sponsor a business partner, it's a whole new level of understanding about the business and network marketing than from just getting somebody to become a preferred customer. How do you do that? Enthusiastic persuasion. That's how. Well, you get these people because you discover their needs, you fill them, you're capable of identifying the needs, your prospects believe that you can fill their needs, and even more importantly, their dreams with your For Life goods, the products, and the Heritage Group services, the support and the training. You know, this goes without saying, and I'm not focusing so much on the rapport building process of visiting with people so that you understand what their needs are, what their wants are, what their desires are. I'm going more to some principles about making effective presentations. The rapport building, the prospecting idea of opening up that connection is a different topic on a different evening. Peale goes on to say, quote, "The art, skill, or science of communication," in other words, presentation, "is the process by which you persuade another person or many persons to walk the road of agreement with you." Communication and persuasion. These are the two absolutely essential qualities that every human being must have if he or she desires to affect the lives of other people. Isn't that your goal? Isn't it your goal to affect the lives of other people? Help them achieve their dreams? That's a huge effect. If that's your goal, you must evaluate how enthusiastically persuasive you are when you are giving your presentation about network marketing, about dream achievement, about For Life research, about the Transfer Factor product. Your goal as you're visiting with these prospects is to get them to buy For Life products. It's to accept the idea that part-timers can achieve their dreams in network marketing with For Life and the Heritage Group. It's to get them to share a conviction that together we can change people's lives, our lives for the positive. We can help our business partners obtain their goals and dreams. It takes guts. It takes guts. I guess a nicer way to say that is it takes courage to practice enthusiasm. Acting and presenting with enthusiasm takes courage and audacity. It reminds me of being an audacious rhino. Persuasive enthusiasm runs contrary to the mainstream or present-day so-called American intellectual thought. But we're not seeking the intellectuals. We're seeking the masses of people whose simple faith is that life can be good, that they can have health and wealth, that they can live and enjoy their dreams. Those are their desires, their needs, and you can fill them. But it takes enthusiastic persuasion in your presentations. If you don't get anything other out of this seminar tonight than becoming enthusiastically persuasive in your presentations, that will do more for your presentations than any of these other 10 points that I'm going to point out here. This is the most important one. Obviously, that's why I've spent 20 minutes on, okay? How does one have enthusiasm in life? How do they have enthusiasm in doing network marketing? Actually, it's as simple as this. Cultivate the ability to love living, to love people, to love the sky under which you live, to love beauty, to love God, to love Transfer Factor, to love the 20 Club, love For Life, love Right Start, love sharing, love the Heritage Group, love your business associates, love the prospects, love Ria Vita. Wow, what great antioxidants are in that Ria Vita product. The person who loves becomes enthusiastic, filled with the sparkle and the joy of life, and then he goes, or she goes, on to fill it full of meaning. If you're not enthusiastic, begin today, begin tomorrow morning to cultivate the love of living. It's an attitude. It comes from you. You are proactive because you create that attitude. Let it extend to the love of For Life. Let it extend over to the love of Transfer Factors, to the love of Heritage Group, to the love of ImmuneIQ.com, to the love of making money in network marketing. Okay, let's go for it here. Persuasive selling. After business school, I went to work in sales management with Procter & Gamble. All managers and salespersons were taught the persuasive selling model, that's what it was called, to increase the effectiveness of their selling efforts, because at all levels, even when we were managers, we had our own accounts and we had to sell. The most important principle of the model, here's the most important principle of the model, okay, that you must learn to have persuasive presentations is, write this down, to sell the benefits. That's what I taught my wife, and I actually taught my wife in a ladies group about selling benefits. I got feedback from husbands that, David, why did you teach these ladies the art of persuasive selling? See, they changed their selling mode from talking about the facts and talking about the features, and they started to sell benefits of why it would be good for the husband to do the honeydew. So you could just imagine how the wives could use this. When you're selling benefits, you're answering the question that people are always asking, and that is, what's in it for me? They want to know how the product or the opportunity will benefit them. In order to give persuasive presentations, you must teach about and stress the benefits. You folks know what the difference between features and benefits are. We actually don't buy products, we buy what the products will do for us. That's the benefit. In making presentation, many networkers give the features of the product or service they're trying to sell. They don't effectively communicate the benefits that the persons enjoy when the idea is accepted. You can talk about the features of transfer factor. I sell the benefit of a much stronger immune system that provides better health and vitality to all the other systems that are in the body. That's the benefit of the transfer factor. Of course, it helps to talk about how the transfer factor works, the features, but it's the benefit of that communicating molecule that really is what gets the people. They're asking, what's in this for me? So that's the essential difference between a feature and a benefit, okay? All right, I'm shifting gears here. 10 principles for persuasive presentations in network marketing. 10 principles. Number 1, be prepared. That's the motto for the Boy Scouts. You know that I'm a scouter. I'm a fan of scouting. They teach great principles. The motto is be prepared. It's great advice for life. It's great advice for network marketing. It's great advice for presentations. Henry Ford said, quote, before everything else, getting ready is the secret of success. In order to make effective presentations, you don't have to know everything, but you do need to have an idea of what it is you need to cover. You must have a track to run on. You must get your ideas and information organized. Now listen to this, being prepared. You should have many presentations about, number 1, the company. That's 4Life Research, okay? Some facts and figures. If you want to know a great source to go and find out what that mini presentation is, go to heritageforlife.com, click on the company link. You'll find the best accumulation of facts in one place about the company 4Life that's available. I know that because I put it together. And the work that I had to do to get that all condensed down in one place, all those facts. You have to have a mini presentation about the products, about the distributor support organization, about the compensation plan. In other words, those are 4 essential elements. You need mini presentations about each one of them. Now notice, I'm talking here about mini presentations because you need to be flexible in giving your presentation in how and when you present each of the segments to your various prospects. I don't always talk about the product first. I don't always talk about the company first. It depends on what comes up. through the rapport building process, through identifying needs, through trying to find out what is wanted. Here's two more critical mini presentations that you got to develop, okay? You got to have an idea about talking about what network marketing is.
I'm hungry, honey.
Oh, you know, you can go to the media center. We've got 12 audio clips there. One of them happens to be a 4 or 5 minute audio clip on what is network marketing. So you don't have to reinvent the wheel. Go to it. Go take the notes. Apply it to your own personality, what you like about it. It gives you a start. But there's a mini presentation about network marketing. I also suggest that you learn to talk about dreams effectively. You need to learn how to sell dreams. You need to learn how to re-educate people about the idea that they can really get their dreams. You need to, in many cases, revitalize people and their dreams. And the beautiful part about that, and I think that this is why marketing is such a horrible hit for so many people, is that they do succumb to that. They do believe in their dreams again. And in the vast majority of programs out there, they're squashed because they can never even make the cash flow to pay for the products that they have to buy to get their bonus checks, or maybe just a little bit above that. Here's a few other mini presentations that you should be prepared to make. You should know how to utilize the 20 Club cash flow concept. Number one, it shows people the importance of understanding how the compensation plan works. It demonstrates to them how 4Life is dramatically different from the vast majority of network marketing companies out there. You should be able to talk about 4 essential elements. You should know that the company, the products, the support, the compensation plan are 4 essential elements. And you need to talk about that. I guess that's the mini presentation that goes along with the importance of due diligence and checking things out. I call it the discovery process. You see, lots of times people, when you're talking, well, gee, I'm not ready to join tonight. Well, I don't ask people to join the first time I talk to them anyway. But when they say those kinds of things, then I like to jump into my mini presentation about due diligence and checking it out, and the experts in the industry advise that, and here's what you need to take a look at. And then when you start to talk about company and product and exclusivity of transfer factor and how powerful that is, those are mini presentations. They are not in the same order. They just don't happen in the same order when I'm talking to different prospects, because the visit mandates that I use a different order, but I have a track to run on. You need to know how to talk about how the compensation plan works. Hey, look at all those 25%. They got a fast start bonus, a permanent second level 25% bonus, a preferred customer bonus. You know you can have a personal rebate of 25% on all your purchases above 100 BV or LP when you're a leader. That's why we stress becoming a leader for life. You should have a leader for life presentation, a mini presentation. You need to have a presentation about the systems of the Heritage Group and the power of this institutional support program. You should have a mini presentation about living a semi-retirement lifestyle in network marketing for the rest of your life. And did I say you should have a mini presentation on dreams? You know, and what's so important about this dream thing, and what's so congruent with what 4Life does, is that they're a big dream company focusing on dreams. When you're properly prepared, we're talking about be prepared, you can be comfortable in visiting with prospects and responding to their questions and their needs, as opposed to giving them a standard presentation that you give to everyone, because you modify your track to run on. Preparation provides flexibility and allows you to be enthusiastically persuasive when you're talking with people. As you're presenting, confirm understanding and acceptance with appropriate open-ended questions. Listen to the responses and re-emphasize what you have told them and sell them with enthusiasm and persuasion. Principle number 2, be yourself. As you present persuasively, you must learn how to visit. I love the concept, and I love that word. I love what visit connotates. You are visiting. It's a communication. It's a give and a take. And the more you are yourself, the more at ease you are. The more comfortable that you are, the more comfortable that your prospects are. and the more your personality comes through to your prospects, and that's how you create the relationship. Network marketing, as you know, is a relationship-building business. Through your presentations, in quotations, and then I put through your visits, okay? See, lots of times the visit is the presentation. The presentation is the visit. You know what I find to happen so often in the presentations that I'm making to my prospects is that they become training presentations as opposed to just selling presentations. It's just the nature of how the presentation comes across because of the visits we have. It's like you're bonding with somebody. I've also found that the more you act like yourself, the more fun that you will have in network marketing. And believe me, we need to have fun in life, and especially in our business, okay? You do what you love to do because it's fun. I do network marketing because it's fun, because I love network marketing. I love the benefits of network marketing. So be yourself, and remember, you are connecting with people. Principle number 3, present with passion, excitement, and pizzazz. Oh yeah, I stress that enthusiastic persuasion at the beginning because I want you to get it. You have to present with passion. I've seen so many people that they try to do this business network marketing, they don't have success. If they would just evaluate what their voice sounded like when they were getting on the telephone and when they were doing in-person presentations, it would be the answer to their question as to why they're not having any success. Successful network marketing is a business of energy. It's like the energy of a magnet that I made reference to. You are attracting people to you. You are attracting people to the transfer factor products. You're attracting people to the opportunity of making money and to get their dreams. It takes excitement. It takes sincere enthusiasm. Hey, be responsible with regards to this, and don't degrade yourself or the industry with hype, exaggeration, misinformation, or false propaganda. There's enough folks out there that are doing that all the time. That's what makes it more difficult for us to actually do the business, is because of all the hype and the false propaganda that takes place. But don't do it. Don't fall for it when you hear it. Call others on it if they are giving you false information and false propaganda, okay? Because if they're doing that, I know you're concerned about offending people when you call them on the lies that they're talking about because you think that you want to try to attract them to get into your business of For Life. Folks, don't worry about that because they're not going to do it with you. If they are out there lying about network marketing and giving misinformation and exaggeration, they're not going to do a logical and reasonable and a fine program like For Life. That's just the way that it is. You know, now think of this. I talk about the business of energy. The energy of magnets in certain circumstances also repel. You need to use your energy in a positive manner when you make presentations. If there is a lack of energy, then that lack of energy is repelling your prospects from you, even though you might be extremely responsible and articulate in what you are saying in your presentations. You must incorporate responsible passion, excitement, and pizzazz into your presentations in order to have them be fun and effective. Principle number 4, present with persuasion in mind. A focus on persuasion, Red Motley said, quote, "Nothing ever happens until somebody sells something," end of quote. Sell the product. Sell network marketing. Sell the business opportunity. You must be persuasive. You must get this persuasive idea in your mind. You must believe in what you're selling, no doubt about that. But if you take the product, you will believe in the product. If you do some cash flow analysis, you will believe in the compensation plan, in the fact that the For Life network marketing opportunity can deliver the money that it says it can. You must motivate people to get involved and stay involved. It takes persuasion. You have to be dynamic. You have to verify the wants and needs of these prospects. Explain how the benefits of your products, see, that's persuasion in mind, match up to their wants. You must understand the difference between features and benefits. Get this, features tell, but benefits sell. Okay? That's just the same thing as, you've heard this before, facts tell, stories sell. And so if you think of the benefits and you put them into the story format, then you have persuasion in mind. It's what the products and our program can do for the prospect that matters, and that's how that they are able to get to their dreams. Now listen to this, persuasion in mind. You need to communicate at the level of the prospect in order to be persuasive. You need to use language that the prospect can understand. If they are not acquainted with the lingo, the language, the vocabulary of network marketing, you need to confirm that they understand and teach it as you go along. You know, some folks might not understand what a downline is. To you and me, it's simple. We know what a downline is. So you need to start talking about a downline, a group, an organization, a team, and you start to let folks know how that works. I think that network marketing is the preferred term. That's the one that I use the majority of the time. Sometimes in explaining how network marketing works, I might use the synonym multi-level marketing because I teach how the group develops with multi-levels, various levels, and how we're paid bonus override on those various levels. You need to communicate at the level of the prospect if you're going to be persuasive. That's why it's important for you to validate before you start to make your mini presentations what the experience and the understanding of your prospect is with regards to network marketing. Be kind to your prospects. Be considerate to them. Build on the truths that you discover when you're visiting with these people, and by all means, build their self-esteem. Make the appropriate connection and trust, and then you are persuasive. I was talking to a prospect last night. The guy was energetic. He had a selling mentality, and I complimented him, and I said, hey, listen, if you want to do this business, you've got the selling skills and then the enthusiasm that you can do the business if you learn to do this business. The one thing that you need to do is that you need to confirm that you want to do the business. And so I guess I was pretty persuasive, and he says, well, gee, can you send me some information? Hey, folks, I wasn't ready to spend my money on sending information. So I asked the question, do you have an internet hookup? Oh, absolutely I do. Great. Write this down. www.heritageforlife.com / I gave my alias so that he could go to my personalized website. I said, I want you to go to that website. I want you to go to the product link that you'll see at the top of the page. I want you to get excited about our product, not just about the opportunity we have for making money. I want you to read the product link, and I want you to read the link within that link on transfer factors. And call me up tomorrow and tell me if you're excited about this opportunity. That's what I want you to do. He came back and said, oh, that's great. Do you want my home address? I said, no, I don't need that. He said, well, why not? I said, because if you don't call me back tomorrow, I'm not going to send you anything. And you know what, folks? I didn't need the address because he didn't call me back. See, that's why you are persuasive, you have the dance, you make your presentation, and you use the qualifiers to make sure. See, that's a mini close. All right, here we go. Principle number 5. I got to scoot through these. Practice, practice, practice. You have heard, I have heard, practice makes perfect. The concept of practice is powerful, but I like this phrase better. Perfect practice makes perfect. See, if you practice doing your presentations with no energy, no enthusiasm, that practice is not going to make perfect, and you're not going to go out there and make your presentations enthusiastically. You know, this is university training. This is seminar, isn't it? And yet, I am trying to sell you as persuasively as I know how to do better presentations and to utilize these principles. You must learn and use the good principles to employ perfect practice. Work on getting the required knowledge and the information. Prepare the track to run on. Mini presentations. You know what? Get this. Practice on family members. My good mom, she's listened to many presentations on network marketing just because I wanted to sit down and share with somebody eyeball to eyeball, and my good old mom was willing to do that. Now, here's something that's interesting about practicing on family members. Many times, they get interested in the product. Okay, they might not be interested in doing the business of network marketing, and when you say, I just want to practice, I'm not going to try to sponsor you, you have to live up to your commitment there, okay? But often, you're able to create a preferred customer because you've presented the products effectively. And you're not asking them to be business partners, but you are asking them, okay, you can ask them to be customers. Practice on team members. Practice on upline. Participate in group discussions whenever possible. I keep encouraging folks to use our training and our prospecting conference calls, Tuesday nights and Saturdays, to practice your mini presentations. Well, how can you do that? Folks, you know, when we ask for comments and testimonials, it would be a time for you to practice a mini presentation about how and why you love 4Life, and how and why you love a product, or how and why you love the comp plan. And so you can actually practice on actual phone calls with prospects, knowing that you are practicing, and don't worry about blowing it. You have to have that kind of actual real-life practice if you're going to effectively increase your skills. Number 6, testimonials. Remember, I talked to you about facts tell, stories sell. In our group, we have a motto. Take the products, talk to people, and show the plan. This business starts with you taking the products. It actually starts with you becoming a leader for life. That's just a 1-month supply of product. And you take the product, and you develop, you confirm that the products are great, you like the products, and they're effective and quality products, and you develop your own personal testimonial regarding the products. You don't have to have a personal testimonial regarding all of the products in order to use testimonials. I do not have a diabetes problem, thank goodness, but I know of someone who does. Therefore, I can use that diabetes testimonial with regards to transfer factor glucose. Do you get it? I'm not going to take these transfer factor products that are specifically targeted for the women. Therefore, I'm not going to give a personal testimonial about taking. Do you get it? But you have to get a book of testimonials. You have to learn about testimonials. You can do that at meetings, on conference calls, off websites, on personal conversations. Listen to and accumulate the testimonials. Write them down. Use a testimonial journal to write down names, locations, and key facts. It's really easy to use a testimonial journal on the telephone, remember, because you can open it up and you can read the facts and you can tell people the testimonials. You're reminded what they are. They don't know that you're reading out of your testimonial book. By accumulating testimonials, it not only builds your belief, but it also gets you prepared to share testimonials. Facts tell, stories sell. I'm talking about using legitimate, valid, true stories, not made-up testimonials. Number 7, critical part of the presentation. It's called closing the presentation. You know, we all have got to clearly understand that a close is the natural consequence of an effective, persuasive presentation. Far too many networkers fail to ask closing questions. One reason for this is that they have a fear of putting pressure on people. When you present effectively and appropriately, persuasively, giving your mini presentations with enthusiasm, there is no pressure that is put on prospects through the closing process. In a minute, I'm going to teach you and share with you once again the best closing question that I've ever come up with in network marketing. We, in Network Marketing Success University, find that closing is so important. We actually have 4 seminars. We spend 4 nights on the concept of closing. It will totally change your success in network marketing. First, more motivation for closing, okay? Someone once wrote, quote, "Believers are closers." The word close begins with a C, and the C stands for conviction. Without conviction, there is no convincing, that's persuasion, and there is no sale. That's why you have to have enthusiastic persuasion. That's why take the products, talk to people, show the plan is our motto, because we start with a conviction of the product, okay? Herb Farrell, a friend of mine in network marketing, said this, quote, "A key to closing presentation and sponsoring business partners is overcoming objections." End quote. You need to understand that objections are simply requests for more information. They are a natural part of the closing process. So when you ask closing questions, be prepared, principle number 1, to answer objections, those are questions, and then ask a closing question again. Here's the best closing question. I'm sure that most of you know this. When you feel it's time to ask the closing question, you ask, what would you like to do as the next step? My son Craig is the most effective parts and accessory salesman at the Rocky Mountain Harley Davidson dealership where he works. You know what his favorite closing question is for selling Harley gear is? What do you want to do as the next step? You know how he learned that? Well, it was through the heater vents in our house, obviously. Because he never really sat down to listen to the presentations that I was making, and it's such a powerful close, not just for network marketing, but in all selling circumstances. The reason I find that it's so appropriate and powerful for network marketing is because most of the network marketing folks are not thinking that they're selling types. They do not want to put pressure on people. This is not a pressure close. All you're trying to do is find out what's going on in your prospect's mind. You don't have to learn all sorts of different types of either-or closes, or the Ben Franklin close, or all the assumptive close, or it goes on and on, folks. You just have to learn one closing statement. What would you like to do as the next step? When you want to ask it again, there are other forms that you can use so that you don't sound like a parrot. What's next? Where do you want to go from here? How do you want to proceed? All those are questions of what would you like to do as the next step. So come up with some suitable variations. If you have a bulletin board in front of you and you have not yet done it and you don't have all these variations, then write it down. What would you like to do as the next step? What's next? Where do we go from here? How do you want to proceed? Wow. Make sure you ask closing questions. Principle number 8, follow up and follow through. These are topics for an article all by themselves, obviously. There's a difference between follow-up and follow through. Follow-up means that you take the time to get back to the person. Return phone call, email, however you specify that the follow-up is going to occur. When you follow up, you're demonstrating interest in the prospects and a desire to work with them. You want to develop a connection. You want to develop the trust. And you want to be there working together. That comes from follow-up. Follow through means that you do the things that you make commitments to do. In a presentation, I always make commitments to my prospect. because I want them to check me out. I want them to see what my follow-through is. I want them to know that I'm going to do the things that I say that I'm going to do, because that's how you build confidence and trust. Follow up and follow through. They are part of your persuasive presentation, because you can talk, you can sell, you can motivate, and you can teach. But if you don't follow up and follow through, you're not going to close. Number 9, this is a principle about presentations: learn from others. This applies to other distributors in network marketing, whether they're in your program or not. Sometimes they are trying to prospect you. You learn good things as well as bad things. If you're turned off by something that a networker is doing to you, then don't do that to other people. You know, learning from others also applies to, get this, presenters, teachers, salespersons who are not in network marketing. Become a fierce critic of speakers and presenters, no matter what the field or topic. Make a note of what you like, what you don't like, and how they make their presentations and how they react with people. You can learn from both the good and the bad of what others do. Obviously, you want to copy the good. You want to implement the good. Avoid the bad that you don't think fits into what you want to do. With regards to your own program and learning from others, the 4Life program, attend meetings, get on conference calls, read and ponder training materials. There's plenty of training that's provided by the Heritage Group. It will take you a long time just to go over the training that's available on the website. I think it's great to have it there because it demonstrates to people that you're a part of a group that understands the business of network marketing and gets down to the basic principles of teaching people how to get their dreams. Hey, don't ever forget that your sponsor or your other upline mentors, they are great resources for you in learning how to make persuasive presentations. Tap into them. They want to help you. Number 10, this is the last principle. Sell the dream. In your presentations, you must sell the dream. Robert Waterman, author of The Renewal Factor, wrote, quote, "Dreams, not desperation, move organizations to the highest levels of performance." Obviously, he was an OB guy talking about organizations. I want to tell you that this also is true for individuals. Network marketing is an opportunity industry. Make no mistake about it. The business of network marketing moves forward on the dreams of those who do the business. The highest money earners are those with the most intense dreams. It is the dreams of those who are not satisfied with their current circumstances that push them from part-time networking to the lifestyle and quality of life of the full-time network marketing career professional. In order to have compelling, persuasive presentations, I'm telling you right now, you must be focusing on dreams. You must find out about the dreams of your prospects. You must qualify them as to their dreams and their desires to live those dreams. And then you can communicate about product and support, about compensation plan. Eleanor Roosevelt said, quote, "The future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams." And this is especially true for those who do the business of network marketing. Sell the dream to make your presentations persuasive. You're building the self-esteem of others when you tell them that they should have dreams and they can live their dreams. With these stalwart principles, and really they are stalwart, they're basic. With studying and pondering and an application of them, you'll be able to build these principles into your presentations. Maybe you can't do it all at once. Take one, work on it, and move to the next one. They're fundamental principles. I promise you they will help you be more persuasive in your presentations and sponsor more people. So, sell persuasively and live your dreams. All right, folks, I'm going to open this up for a couple minutes to see if anybody has any comments they would like to make or ask a question or give us a testimonial or whatever. We'll just do this for a couple minutes. I know that I like to hear them, and I know others do too. Anybody out there that would like to contribute for us tonight?
David, Mike.
Hi, Mike. How are you in Chicago?
Great. Will you be posting your article on the website?
You always give me tasks to do, don't you? You want to be able to review all this stuff because you knew I had it and you didn't take notes. Is that it?
Wrong. The article you wrote for the magazine, you've already written it, so just...
So just give it to you guys, huh?
Right.
Oh, I see. and then I have to come up with a different presentation next time I do this seminar, right? All right, Mike, I'll get you the article, okay?
Thank you, bud.
All right, you knew I would.
I knew.
All right, anybody else out there? What did you get from this? Anybody, did something hit you in a good way tonight?
Dave, it's Larry out in Kalispell, Montana.
Hi, Larry in Montana. You had a great experience the other night, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. I had a couple of great experiences.
Good for you.
Say, the thing that really grabbed me about this, and I'm always impressed as I'm taking notes, I was actually had pulled down your article that you submitted to Network Marketing Magazine and read it in advance of tonight's call and had jotted down some notes, but as we were going back through it, one thing that jumped out at me, I like it. It was so subtle, I almost missed it, but when you were talking about the facts tell, stories sell, and you made that connection with the benefits, and in my mind, the connection happened there of the stories, the benefits, the testimonials, and I really saw in a way how that all fits and flows together much larger than I had before. And to me, I thought that was powerful. That's going to help me tremendously because I'm understanding that I'm selling the benefits by using testimonials and conveying those to people in story form. I thought that was a neat insight.
Hey, I'm glad that you observed that and brought that up, okay? Because, once again, here's what he said, okay? And you've heard these phrases many times. I know that all of you have heard these phrases many times, okay? It's the facts sell, stories sell. And the other phrase is features tell, benefits sell. And so just like Larry said, making the connection that the facts, and it's interesting that those are both F words, okay? Facts and features, they're the telling part, facts and features. And now you've got to combine the benefits with the stories, the testimonials. Because you're right, Larry, that's how we most effectively can communicate what the benefits of our products are. They're with insightful, real, live testimonials. Now, obviously, because of the FDA, FTC regulations, we have to be careful how we go about utilizing that. Be very careful of what goes on the Internet that has open purview for people to take a look at. The FTC monitors the Internet very effectively because it's easy for them to do that. But you are still allowed to give your personal testimonials with people. And I certainly have a bank of testimonials. I have different types of testimonials. These are stories, my true life stories. They're my testimonials of what the products do for me, the benefits, okay? And I have 30-second, 5-minute, 20-minute. I can adjust my testimonials based upon whether I'm giving them personally over the telephone one-on-one to a prospect as opposed to over a conference call that others can tap into at large. I can be different in a personalized letter that I'm writing to somebody than something that I might do in advertisement form that goes out to the public. And so you have to understand. But Larry, I'm glad you picked that up, because I think in all my years of doing this, it's the first time that I brought the two together and really talked about them both in the same breath. And so that was a great connection there. And you're getting pretty good at understanding what's going on here, huh?
It's starting to take.
Okay, that's good. Anybody else out there in network marketing land want to make a comment before we wrap up tonight? Come on, who is that? It's right there. I know you want to share it. Come on, have the courage. It will help you in your prospecting this weekend, I promise.
Hey, David.
Yes.
Van.
Hi, Van.
I'm glad Larry said it because he said it better than I could. But I've been around a long time, and the testimonials and the stories that you come up with these products are so phenomenal. It's so much easier to tell than most nutritional type product companies that I've been with. So it's just the idea to have people to hang in there long enough to create, listen to everybody else's testimonials, and then start to create your own. I mean, it's your own personally as well as your own customers. I think that's part of the story that we're telling here.
There's no doubt about that, and I just think that from the stories that we hear when people are sharing their testimonials, and I love Tuesday nights because we get a lot of them that are personal and heartfelt, but in the process of hearing those, I think it helps us to identify our own more effectively and to build on our own. And the conviction that comes, that's what pushes us forward.
David, one of the things that I've been doing, and my wife and I both, Jan, have been doing, we went ahead and invested in a lot of the products.
Yes.
Trying to, sometimes in previous years I've taken products and I really couldn't tell when I took them or I didn't take them. I just trusted that there was common sense they were doing me some good.
Okay.
But as we're experimenting with, with a lot of these products, we're starting now to develop our own stories.
Yes.
And I think that's probably, I would encourage people to, if they can afford it, maybe every month or two add a product or two, because there's very few people out there that don't need quite a few of these products. And to make a long story short, my mother-in-law is a woman in her 70s who's had some indigestion problems, and her doctors diagnosed her as not having enough stomach acid, and so she's having some troubles with digesting her food. Well, Dr. Markowitz suggested the enzymes, probiotics, and all this stuff, and which I wasn't really on that product, but I just bought her a bottle and gave it to her and said, hey, try it. And so because I knew that there's another product that we could try to get a story with. So she's in the process now of creating another story. The other thing that we're working on is allergy season is here, and I don't have severe allergies, but we both have a little ragweed, hay fever allergies this time of year out here in Kansas, and we are upping our dosage right now, taking like 6 or 8 a day just to see if it would help relieve it. And so far, neither one of us are taking any kind of medication or any kind of antihistamines or anything. It's holding it off. I mean, we still have some sniffles a little bit.
Yeah.
But we're not. But we're, I'm not taking any kind of over the or anything. So, so again, I'd encourage people to, to keep taking these products and keep expanding them and see what's going on.
Well, a way that they can do that, and I received a great compliment for our website, and kudos to our webmaster, Daniel Ebers, and Mark Nelson, who had a lot to do with putting this together. But the comment was, gee, I go to your Heritage for Life website, and I get easier product information than really would I go to the 4Life website. And, hey, that's great. I hope that is true. I believe it's true. I send people to the Heritage for Life website to find out about anything about what we're doing here, and then if they want to go to the 4Life site, they can confirm there. But I'm directing people because of the exclusivity of the Transfer Factor product, okay? Hey, take a look at the product link. Right. Then we've got that little pyramid of other links in the product link that starts with Transfer Factor information, Rio Vita. And then I often like to encourage people to hey, thumb through, scroll down the general product link, because those are the products you're talking about, Van, that I'm just glad that we have those available, that it's a broad range of products here. And then I know that people are going to continue on and find out that we have some personal care products, and I'm excited about the Transfer Factor personal care products that we have to use as a moisturizer and as a body lotion, and wow, it's just powerful. Features tell, stories or testimonials sell, and so you got to take the products so that you can talk to people, and that conviction as it comes through And I'll also promise you this, okay? When you develop a broad-based conviction with regards to the product, it will carry over to 4Life the company and also to 4Life the business opportunity, because it will just make sense to you that, well, yeah, these are great products, so 4Life is a great company. Look at the broad-based management and executive team that they have there. Now, all these things that we're talking about right now, these are part of the little mini presentations that I've put together that you can stack in a different order to help persuade people to join you in your business opportunity. All right, I'm going to wrap this up. One more comment. One going once, going twice.
Thank you. This is Wayne. Thanks a lot.
It's great to have you here, Wayne. Doctor, you there?
Yeah, I just want to say hello to everybody. Hi, this is David Markowitz in Maine.
We appreciate you being there, and I really particularly appreciate our Tuesday night conference calls when Dr. David is able to jump in and share with us and talk about effective persuasion.
Absolutely.
It's outrageous, and Reba in Arkansas believes that and knows that, and I know that you're effectively using that persuasion that we get from the doctor on Tuesday nights as you're talking with your prospects because of the activity that's going on.
Yes.
Hey, folks, it's great to have you involved with us. I appreciate you all. Make sure that you're working for that diploma and for that picture up in our gallery of graduates. And by all means, attend these so that you can increase your expertise and build the business. We're going forward. I want you to develop your volume. You've got some objectives to happen in September. It's the 7th of September. You can go get them, but you're going to have to make it a priority to work on them tonight, tomorrow, this weekend, because you're making this a priority to live your dreams. And that's what this is all about, folks. It's about you creating volume so that you can live your dreams. And the beautiful part about it is that we do it with our family, our friends, with people from the cold market. We do it by helping their health and vitality. I just love the testimony that Van told us tonight about, hey, I'm helping my mother-in-law, 70 years old, and gee, I learned that we have this, and we're helping with this product. There's nothing wrong with that kind of persuasion. Nothing wrong at all. Hey, folks, it's great to have you here tonight. Have yourself a great evening. Thanks, and good night.